Hello YouTube. So it's 2023 now, and people are still confused that if they should root their phone or not. So I remember that the first phone which I rooted was Samsung Galaxy Y, and it was completely different feeling, as if you are a hacker. And after rooting the phone, it felt like a totally different phone. And since then I have rooted every single phone which I have used, and it was mostly out of fun actually, but many times it turned out to be a very dirty season, and it felt a totally different world to me after using the custom ROMs. So yeah, many times it was a hit or a miss. Like many times it was a very dirty season, sometimes it was not so very dirty season. So today we will discuss if routing is worth in 2023 or not. And I'm not going to explain about routing because I assume that if you're watching this video you already know about it. So I will straight away jump into the pros and cons of routing. And you can see here, like, I am using this phone. So I already rooted this phone. I have been using this phone for quite a long time. Actually it's a very old phone, and I have this another phone, Redmi Note 3 Pro, and it's a very popular phone. I don't know if you know about it or not. So this is also running on a custom ROM, as you can see, and it is running on Android 10 version, and the security patch is of June 5, 2021. So yeah, the ROM is pretty old because the development for this ROM has been already stopped. So talking about the good things about routing is that you have the flexibility to choose a suitable ROM, and like there are, like, Pixel ROM, and lots of, like, this is the project Elixir ROM. So yeah, you get a lot of varieties of ROM to choose from, so you can choose according to that. Like, you have Pixel ROM, which is totally focused to give you a Pixel phone experience on the software front, and there are ROMs which are totally focused on customization. Like, even if you see this phone, it has here it has got lots of customization option. Even if I show you this phone, here you can see, like, lots of customization. So most of the custom ROM do offer a good amount of customization, and there are some ROM which are totally performance oriented, and they have, like, a very good performance out of the box. And these ROM have, like, absolutely zero bloatware and have very minimal Google apps, which is, like, a very great thing. Like, if you don't need to use the Google Drive or Google Keep, generally on the stock ROM you cannot actually uninstall it many times, but in the custom ROM you have the option to install it separately. So that's a very good thing, and it also gives you a flexibility to having a custom custom kernel, which can actually give you enhanced CPU performance, and you can also get a better charging speed and lots of, like, software features, and a very faster and smooth experience while using the phone with a very clean UI. The best part of these custom ROM are, like, these are, like, periodically updated by their active developers, and you can also get a timely Android version update whenever it's out. And they also offer latest security patch, so that's also a very great thing. Also, the bugs are taken into account and is solved as soon as possible by the developers. So yeah, and some custom ROM also get the best feature of their stock ROM built into it, which makes it even worth the shot. Like, here I want to show, like, if I go into the camera, here we have the stock MIUI camera, which is a great thing. Usually the custom ROM, they have, like, very old design Google camera, so that's but in this custom ROM we have the stock MIUI camera, which is like a really good thing. So yeah, that was the good side of the routing and custom ROMs. However, talking about the downside of it, there are like multiple things which you must know. The first thing is that you lose your warranty, of course, and not every time these custom ROM have very stable performance. Like in this camera app, there's no slow motion support, so that's a very odd thing to have in a smartphone. And if you talk about here, like I cannot connect a Wi-Fi because of some weird issue. Like if I can show you the exact problem. So the while connecting Wi-Fi, it is not able to connect to locate the IP address actually. So due to that, it is not able to connect to any Wi-Fi. So yeah, these are like the downside of having a custom ROM. And also, not every time these custom ROM have like very stable performance. Luckily, the custom ROM which I'm using on this phone has a very stable performance. That's why I'm using it. But many times I have faced that like the custom ROM which I installed didn't had a very stable performance. Like the apps used to crash here and there, so that was like very annoying sometimes. And yeah, also the few of the features didn't work. As I showed you, like there is no slow motion support on this camera app, so that is something. Also, many times the banking apps don't work and they lack the Widevine L1 support, and even sometimes the charging speed is slower compared to the stock ROM, and the camera app is compromised. Yeah, that is a very common thing which I have seen. Talking about the process, the routing takes a lot of patience since there are like multiple processes involved in it. You have to unlock the bootloader, flash the custom recovery, flash the custom ROM. Many times you flash the custom kernel, flash the Magisk. So yeah, you have to have like lots of patience to install all that and go through all those process. And while going through all that process, many times we kind of break our device, and it's a very common thing while if you are into routing and custom. So many times even I have bricked this phone many times, and recovering that bricked phone is a bit tricky and takes a lot of time. So yeah, it can be very annoying experience. Also, flashing a bad ROM can ruin experience. Like before this, I was using another ROM. I don't remember the name, but it was kind of crashing most of the Google apps which whenever I opened it. So that was a very weird thing, and I instantly changed that ROM with this ROM. Also, you can see that as I showed you, like the Wi-Fi here doesn't work anymore. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix that. So that is there. Many times you don't get a good developer support for a device, which is kind of decreases the chance of getting a very stable and reliable ROM for your device. So that are like the downside of the custom ROM. Good part is that you get the latest Android version. So here you can see I'm running the latest Android 13. Even the security patch is almost kind of latest. It is from May 5, and everything here is like if you see the build date, it's of June 24, which is almost not even a 1 month old. So you can understand that the developer of this phone are quite active. They are actively and periodically updating this custom ROM. And right now this ROM has like 0 bug. As far as I have used, I didn't face any kind of bug or anything such. So that's overall my experience with this custom ROM has been pretty good. So the question is that if it is really worth in 2023 or not. So my answer to that question is, like, in past couple of years the phones have been pretty capable and they come with lots of feature and inbuilt a good customization out of box, like the MIUI or the One UI or the Realme UI, FunTouch OS. All these stock ROMs offer a good amount of customization out of the box itself. Also, the performance is quite good since nowadays the chipset can handle all the major tasks you throw at it, and hence I would not personally suggest you to root your phone until and unless it's a old phone, like 3 or 4 years old, or is getting slower, or if it's been few years since it got any software update. So yeah, in that case situation you can, but if it's a new phone like 1 or 2 year old, then better stick to the stock ROM, which would no doubt give you the best performance and will run very stable. So yeah, that's all about my opinion about the rooting your phone in 2023, and I will see you in the next video.
So please Saraka whatever. Okay, thank you.